Hi everybody, Nathan Ronen, CFA, with another update for you. This is targeted toward the CFA Level I candidates who will be taking the exam in February, May, August, or November of any year. This question comes across my desk all the time on my emails, phone calls, text messages, what you have, whatever. It's always, Nathan, how many hours does it really take to study for the Level I exam? Well, before I get into this, if you're interested in continuing to receive these updates and you think they're helpful to you, please press the subscribe button and the notifications button so that you can continuously be updated when I post these every week or so. Okay. So the question, Nathan, how many hours does it really take to study for the CFA Level I exam? You're going to hear a variety of answers from different entities, the CFA Institute, prep providers, other candidates, charter holders, and it's all, you'll hear numbers like 300 hours, 400 hours, oh, I spent 800 hours, 250 hours. Here's my recommendation to you. There is no set number of hours. When somebody tells you that it's 300 hours, for example, to me that's more of a marketing technique to make the program attractive to candidates. Because here's the thing, if you're a candidate and you actually were told, let's say, 800 hours, you probably would not sign up for the CFA program. On the other hand, if you were told 100 hours, you'd see that you have to put in much more than 100 hours. So I don't want to say that it's between 100 and 800 because that's incorrect, but I will give you this guidance. Get this question all the time, and I answer it the same way. How much should a car cost? How much should a house cost? How much should a college education cost? There are a lot of different ways to break it down, all depending on what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. But more importantly, when we apply this to the CFA program, you can't say that there's a set number of hours, a cookie cutter template of hours for every candidate, because every candidate is different. Question is, do you have a business background? Do you have a finance background? Is English your first language? Do you like to read? You don't like to read? Do you have a lot of time to, put toward the exam? How many hours a day are you working during the week for your company or for your business? Are you distracted easily by text messages, phones? Can you actually put in quality study time? Are you distracted by things like the refrigerator, food, checking out things every minute? These are all kinds of factors that take into account, because when we're talking about the number of hours you need to study for the Level I appropriately, we're talking about quality hours. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say 300 or 400. I'm going to say that when I do my Zoom study plan session with you, I'm going to get to know you as a customer and as a client, as a candidate. And I'm going to know what your work week is like. I'm going to know what your commitments are, more or less. I'm going to know what kind of background you have in terms of work background, educational background, whether you have a finance or non-financial background. And that's all going to tailor the amount of work that you really need to do. Okay? Everybody's got to at least somehow do some reading, get some prep, do some, tests, practice exams. All of that is taken, is obviously things that you need to do. And you shouldn't take them for granted, but you're going to need to do them. The question is, do all people have to spend 300 hours? The answer is no. Does everybody need to spend 800 hours? No. Does everybody need to spend 100 hours? No. The answer to your question is, it all depends on you, your background, your familiarity with finance and business, whether you've had whether you just recently graduated or you haven't taken an exam in a long time. How good is your accounting? How good is your statistics? How good is your economics? Is English your first language? Do you like reading? Do you not like reading? How much time can you commit during the week? What's your work schedule like? That is what I'm going to work with you during the Zoom study plan session, which is included with any core curriculum or bundle package with me. So this might sound like, hey, Nathan, you're trying to sell me something. What I'm trying to tell you is, if any prep provider is worth their weight in gold, they're not going to tell you, oh, it takes you only 150 hours to study with my material. They're going to get to know you as a customer. They're going to sit down with you. They're going to talk to you, and they're going to give you the best recipe for success. And that's what I want, because what I want you to do is I want you to be able to optimize your study technique, using our bundle deal and working with me directly to make the most efficient study process and study plan for your level 1 exam. Thank you.